note to self, make sure that the end posts are in further than that, because the back one is completely ripped out, and that these anchors on the sides are in a lot more in the ground and at a better angle. They were originally, but they've been here for a while, so I think it's going to be about 5 feet shorter now because I do not have time to do that, and this is just a mess, so I don't know what we'll do. We'll see. Now, we'll see if this stays. Probably going to keep some blocks on the ends. I'm going to keep those on there for now. I doubled the fence post at the end like it was actually supposed to be and put the plastic in between it. I just put that on there because I'm not sure how I'm going to finalize that. And then I pulled a little bit more plastic on this side so that there's a little bit overlap on each side. I have some nice holes in it now because of whatever happened to it. I wish I would have seen it because it apparently was just a mess. Let me show you some of the holes. I'm super excited about the holes, but I mean, I can't do anything about them. I can get some tape to fix them, which I will probably do. Some of them are tiny. One of them is pretty good size, and I'm pretty sure it was my fault because I was pulling on it and it got caught on the rebar. I'm going to show you that because I did put that further in the ground. So hopefully this will stay. If it doesn't, then I'm not really sure what else to do. So I did put these rebars way in the ground. So I think these are like 2 feet long, maybe 18 inches. So a good foot or so is in the ground now. And I tried to tie it down as far to the ground as possible. You can see like that's a hole there, which is from it just blowing up. There was some more. I think there was some more down here. I'm not sure. I don't see any on this side, but there's one like down here, which I think is from when we attached it and the clips and it pulled. So, you know, you can see, let's see, up there on top of that rib, there is starting to be like a pull. But the really big hole, there's that one I already showed you. The really big hole is down here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that vent. I mean, so I can tape that up, but that one was definitely my fault. So, I mean, it doesn't look, I mean, it looks a lot better than what I thought it would. I think these are a lot deeper. These come down a lot more because I don't think the plastic is as tight as what it was before. But what are you gonna do? I put this plastic and everything back on by myself. That was interesting. So I do have these clips. I don't know if you saw those. These are pretty, anyways, there it is. These are pretty strong, and these are gonna be on the PVC. I got things flying on me to hold the plastic up, which I showed you before in the other video. Go away, fly. And so I'm getting ready to do that. Gonna, you know, put it up a little bit because it's really hot. As soon as I'm pulling it up just a little bit to get to the, you know, the bottom, and it's super hot. The heat's coming out. So hopefully when I raise this up, the wind doesn't just catch it and go like crazy. So I don't know, maybe I should just leave it down until I'm ready to do something with it. I just may do that. So I'm going to get the blocks that we had. I'm going to put it on each end a little bit to kind of hold it. So if the wind does get a hold of it, it doesn't go crazy. Especially since I'm just not going to worry about lifting up the sides right now because I've been out here all day. And even though it's spring, it's a little warm. It's like 80 degrees-ish. So that spring sun is pretty warm. So that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little update and maybe learn from my mistakes. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, then I'll figure something else out, I guess. I don't remember exactly what I told you in the last video. It has been a little bit, but I'm going to show you this caterpillar tunnel. Which is actually perfect because it's like windy a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm going to show you what I've done, what I still have to do, and some improvements that I would recommend if you're going to do this. I just videoed this whole thing for you and it was not videoing, so let's go this again. So this is a caterpillar tunnel that took forever, and the plastic actually came off a few days after we put it on. And so I've made some improvements. I still have some to do though. And I don't remember what I put in the other videos. That is the anchor, the rebar anchor. So those are actually pounded into the ground a lot more. They only stick up about maybe 4 inches, so there's a good foot in the ground. Now these cross twine strings here, all these in the middle have done really well. I have had really no issues with those, but these on the end is the issue because this hoop here is supposed to be tied to this rebar. That string broke, so I do have to get a stronger rope, and that way we'll pull this one, and these strings here are supposed to be in between here, and so this gets blown and it goes back and these come over, and so that's a problem on both ends. So that has to be fixed. I did see one where there was actually pipe in between each one of these, but I couldn't find those pieces at the time, and that would be more pipe, more expensive. So I actually, yeah, Annabelle is letting me know she wants something. I'm not sure. But I thought about putting on the inside of here just like a 1x and screwing it into the pipes, the PVC. So it would help stabilize it a little bit more. I think it would help with this one as well. But you can see, like, with the wind blowing, this actually just, and it's not really blowing that hard, but this just, it kind of keeps going back and forth, and it does that on the other end as well. I will say that even though this is not super great, I don't have anything in there yet, and I'm having to keep the plastic down right now because I don't want the wind to grab a hold of it. I think that was the problem last time. Until I have it really like I want it, then I can raise the sides up. And the rain is kind of helping hold this side down a little bit. It's on there, but it's pretty warm in there. Like, it's it does definitely keep the heat. There are some holes. One of them is my fault because I had it caught on something and I pulled on it and pulled the whole beer. But they do make tape for that, so I can tape up some of these holes. There's not too many. The big one is my fault. The other one are from when it just did whatever it did. I wish I would have seen it or videoed it because it had to have been like a total mess with how everything was tangled up and whatever. But hopefully, you know, we're kind of past our last frost, even though this morning we had a frost, and it's like the 3rd week in April. We've had some really weird weather. It's kind of chilly out right now, and it was in the 30s this morning. But I'm hoping to use this summer. If not, then I can use it this fall for sure and get stuff started, or get some, you know, stuff going. But you can, I don't know if you can see it, but you can actually see there's condensation on the inside of this. So it is definitely heats up. And I was in there the other day just looking at something, and it wasn't warm outside, but it's pretty warm in there. So we'll see. I don't know. This is an update of some of the things that I would change if I was like, if somebody was wanting to build one of these. These would definitely be things I would do differently. But hopefully once I get those ends tied a little bit better, there won't be any issues. All right, I guess I'm gonna go to the barn, and I have no idea what she wants. She has like free reign on grass and lots of water, so I don't know. Unless she thinks I'm coming out here to feed her, which I guess I can give them some grain. But anyways, let me know what you think. Or maybe you have some ideas. Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.